Hello everyone. I have another bike here that I'm getting ready to deliver. This is a 1971 Hodaka ACE 100. Now this is the first Hodaka I've had in here to do any restoration work. So it was a fun project to undertake and learn a little bit about these bikes. As you can see, it has a pretty unique look. The exhaust system kind of reminds me of the old Suzuki TS bikes. Kind of had to do a complete go over on this one. The engine seals were bad, so we rebuilt the entire motor. Obviously repainted everything. The fresh overbore, you know, the usual piston, blah blah blah. But you know, new tires, rebuilt the forks, changed sprockets, just touched up the handlebars. Those are the original bars. Had a little bit of a tweak to them, so I straightened them out a little bit. Painted the frame. That originally was not going to be part of the project, but as we progressed, sorry, I let that truck go by. As we progressed with the project and the owner saw how nice the motor looked, and we had a fresh tank and all that stuff, it was one of those deals where leaving the frame alone would kind of take away from the whole look. So we went further than we were going to originally and repainted the frame. Now we have a really nice overall piece. You know, it still has some patina to it, but it definitely has a newer sheen to it now. The biggest problem we had with this bike was the original tank, which, if you have any knowledge of these Hodakas, they all came with chrome tanks. His original one was literally rotted through from rust and old fuel. And finding a used one, it's like a fool's errand. I mean, you'll pay through the roof for a used tank that is in horrible condition with no guarantee that you'll get good results. So, did a quick search on eBay and found someone in India who is making reproduction tanks for these Hodakas. Now, the owner and I went back and forth to discuss if we wanted to try and take that chance, because you know, you hear something like that, oh, I'm gonna get a used chrome tank or a new chrome tank from India, you get a little skeptical. But the price point was so good. I think it was under $300, if I remember correctly, shipped from India, and we had ourselves a brand new reproduction tank. And so far it has held up. I mean, again, at $300 you're gonna have some shortcomings, like you know, the chrome isn't perfect. I had to retap the Petcocks threads, but again, overall, for the price, the results are way more than either of us expected. So we'll just have to see how it holds up over time. We replaced the fuel Petcocks, which I kind of like the way this looks. These brass connectors and Petcocks. It's just a neat look, something you don't see very often, or at all really. So that's kind of neat. Again, frame was redone. Only thing that wasn't, trying to think if there's anything that wasn't touched. Actually, I think everything was. I mean, we didn't re-chrome the fenders and things like that. Still has the 75 decal on it, which is always neat to see. 1,400 miles. You know, again, the chrome's not perfect. The fenders aren't perfect, but they match the patina very well. So, you have it. It's a gorgeous bike. It really is. If there's anyone else out there after finding this is going to ask the question most people do is, where do I get parts for this thing? There is a single website out there called Hodaka-parts.com, which is where you can get, if it's available, you can get it there. I mean, there's certain things, again, like fuel tanks and certain other things you're just not going to be able to find. But anything else related to these bikes, you can get from them. Very responsive. They send along entire printouts of, like, for example, I ordered, a carb rebuild kit, and they sent along all the instructions with the settings and all that stuff. And it's kind of a step that they didn't have to take, but they do. So again, if you're looking for any information related to Hodakas or need parts, that's Hodaka-parts.com. Well, anyway, I will give it a quick fire. These Petcocks turned down for the on position. If I can find the key. Normally she kicks over one on one try. So, another completed project. Have the owner come in here in a matter of hours to pick it up. We've been in touch throughout the length of this one, just going back and forth, making sure I meet all his expectations, and I know he's happy with what he's seen through pictures, so I'm glad I'll get to see his in-person reaction today. So stay tuned. I'm gonna have another little Z50 that I'm finishing up here soon, so I'll post that video. But anyway, here it is, 1971 Hodaka, and I'll see you soon.